me the April edition of Electricity and Control magazine, and in it an article called Project Lumen, written by Trevor Mannis, who's sitting next to me. And Trevor Mannis is from Pontins. But Trevor, I've known you for a long, long time, but I thought what might be quite useful is just before we discuss the article, tell us a little bit about how you came to be involved in the company Pontins, and more particularly how you got involved in this whole area of lightning protection.
Yes, thank you, Ian. Firstly, thank you for having me. And look, I studied a BCom, and my father, who was the owner of Pontins, bought out his partner, and that was in 1991. And during that process, I decided to go and help him out for a couple of months, and never left. Started off digging trenches. I spent 6 months in Secunda, learning the ropes. From there we went into, the marketing side. Eventually I became a director and took over the compliance with the standards as they were at the time. Pontins has been on a long road from there, and now I'm the managing director and feel truly honoured to be in the business. The reason why I never left was because I loved it so much. I enjoyed the diversity of sites we get to see. I've even been to missile testing bases, so it's absolutely brilliant and driven by passion.
Well, as much as I knew your dad,
Yeah.
I now realise that, of course, I've known you for a longer period than I knew your father, which is always quite surprising. And I may just add that you fully recovered from your BCom as a background, and I think that what you're doing now is far more interesting. But now let's move on to this article, Project Lumen. This is, it's about protecting a large LED light array in the centre of Johannesburg. So let's talk us through that. I understand that this is probably the world's largest LED display on a building.
Yes, correct. And what's of interest is to know that during the initial installation, the system was equipped with a lightning protection system, using old technologies, if I may put it that way. It's what we call in technical terms the cross-bonded lightning protection system. This simply didn't work because of the lightning currents traveling through the conductors which fed the LED panels. Therefore, we decided to approach it from a new point of view, and using what we call the HVR conductors, we designed and installed an isolated lightning protection system, which then isolates the protection system from the LED panels themselves.
So a couple of observations. I mean, LED panels, it's not like having light bulbs up in the building. You've got very sensitive microelectronic devices on the building. And the HVR conductor, my understanding there is that the key behind that is you want to attract the lightning strike and conduct it down that conductor, isolated from the structure, into the grounding system, so you don't have stray currents flowing through your electronics.
Correct. Ian, the HVR conductors, in actual fact, trap the lightning current within the conductor by means of a high insulated coating, which is then traps, as I said, the lightning current and prevents current spillovers onto the electronic equipment.
And I see that that's fully described in the article. And in fact, in the article, apart from describing the technology used, you go through some of the basis of the design, which I think is very, very helpful for the reader. Any other applications that you guys have in mind for this technology at the moment, or is that asking a bit too much at this stage?
No, we've used the technology on numerous projects, including hazardous areas, explosive areas. The technology comes from Germany through Den Africa, and with which we are partners. So we have the access to the technology, which gives us the freedom to design world-class lightning protection systems. We found that locally the technology being used is archaic, if I can put it that way, 20 years old. And with the growth in the technological age, we needed to advance the lightning protection systems to protect technologically advanced systems, if I may put it that way.
I understand that exactly. Trevor, thank you very much for the time and effort into writing the article. I think that a lot of people are going to learn a heck of a lot from it, and I think it's a very important point you made. That even in the area of earthing and lightning protection, there continue to be advances, and we need to be aware of those advances and how they apply in our industry today. Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.